Hello my dear students, welcome to you all. This is Chandrasekhar Sikdar once again before you with the continuation of our previous classes on modifiers, and this is the fourth class of modifiers. Well, in our last class we were discussing the most common techniques number up to 6, and today I shall start from technique number 7. Okay, let's start. Yes, technique number 7. If you find modify using participle phrase in the parenthesis, that means in the bracket, then construct a participle phrase. And here one thing you should remember, in our last class in technique number 6, I told you that if you find modify using a participle, then just use present participle or past participle, but here additional word phrase, modify using participle phrase. Okay, then construct a participle phrase. Okay, for example, she got a dancing doll for her birthday. Here, dancing doll, this is a participle phrase. Now you should know how to construct a participle phrase. Okay, this is the structure of participle phrase: participle plus prepositional phrase. In this way, you can construct a participle phrase. For example, Seema noticed her cousin walking along the shoreline. Here you see walking, this is a participle. And along the shoreline, this is a prepositional phrase. So, if you join participle and a prepositional phrase, then it will be a participle phrase. So, Seema noticed her cousin walking along the shoreline. Walking along the shoreline, this is a participle phrase. And in the second example, I saw the potter lying on the floor. Here you see lying, this is the participle because verb with ing, and on the floor, this is a prepositional phrase. So you see, according to the structure, participle lying and then prepositional phrase on the floor. So lying on the floor, this is a participle phrase. And again in the third example, the children are interested in music. Here interested, this is the past participle, and in music, this is a prepositional phrase. So interested in music, this is participle phrase. Okay, then again you can construct a participle phrase, just use participle and then noun or noun phrase. For example, Mira risked petting the pit bull. Here, petting, participle, and the pit bull, this is a noun phrase. Okay, pit bull means a kind of dog that is very ferocious. Okay, so here you see once again, this is a participle phrase, participle plus noun phrase. Okay, combining these two things, you can construct a participle phrase. Okay, now technique number 8. If you find modify with gerund in the parenthesis, use verb with ing. Okay. For example, traveling is a good way to expand your knowledge. Here you see traveling. This is a verb, travel with ing, traveling. Then working, work plus ing, working is good for health. My passion is reading, read verb and then ing, reading. Okay, so you just use verb with ing. But remember one thing, the structure of gerund, verb with ing, and it can be a subject or an object in a sentence, and it acts as a noun. Here you see traveling and working, they are using as subject, and reading, this is here it is used as an object. And all these things, traveling, working and reading, they act as a noun. Now technique number 9. If you find modify with a gerund phrase, okay, in the parenthesis construct a gerund phrase. Okay, in the previous rule, technique 8, it was modify with gerund, but now gerund phrase, additional word is phrase. So see the example, drinking beer heavily is bad for your health. Okay, this is drinking beer heavily. This is a gerund phrase. Now the question arises, how can we construct a gerund phrase? First of all, gerund plus prepositional phrase. If you combine these two things, gerund plus prepositional phrase, it will be a gerund phrase. For example, sleeping through the night is difficult for me. Here, sleeping, this is a gerund. Through the night, this is a prepositional phrase. Okay, so combining these two things, gerund plus prepositional phrase, sleeping through the night, this is a gerund phrase. And in the second example, do you like swimming with dolphin? Here, swimming is a gerund. With dolphin, this is a prepositional phrase. So combining these two phrases, swimming with dolphin, this is a gerund phrase. Again, you can also construct gerund phrase combining gerund plus noun phrase. Okay. For example, he wanted to learn more about riding a bike. Here you see riding, this is a gerund, verb with ing, and a bike, this is a noun phrase. So combining these two things, gerund plus noun phrase, we can construct a gerund phrase. Now the question arises, what is the difference between gerund and participle phrase? Okay, the difference is very subtle, is very acute. See it carefully. In the two examples, drinking beer heavily is bad for your health. This is a gerund phrase. But drinking beer heavily, Tom and Jean became more rigorous. This is not a gerund phrase. Okay? How? The difference is that if the phrase is followed by a comma, here you see in the second example there is a comma. So if the phrase is followed by a comma, then it is more like to be a participle phrase and not the gerund phrase. So in the second example, drinking beer heavily, this is a participle phrase, not the gerund phrase. And the gerund phrase is always behave as a noun. Drinking heavily, this phrase acts as a noun. While a present participle phrase will act as an adjective, drinking beer heavily, this phrase acts as an adjective. So this is the subtle difference between gerund and participle phrase. Sorry. Now technique number 10. If you find modify with demonstrative in the parentheses, then use any suitable demonstrative pronouns which are shown in the bracket. Okay, and which are the demonstrative pronouns? These, that, those. These are demonstrative pronouns. So if you find in the question modify with demonstrative, then use any of the demonstrative pronouns. Okay. So in the example you see, I want to buy those books. Those, this is a demonstrative pronoun. Then technique number 11. If you find modify with a quantifier in the parenthesis in the bracket, then use any of the suitable quantifiers. Okay. So these quantifiers are shown in the bracket. Quantifier, that means that indicate the quantity. Okay. So any, all, many, much, most, some, a few, and a lot, a little, a large amount of, none, and the cardinal number, for example 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all these are quantifiers. So if you find modify with quantifier, then use any of the suitable quantifier. For example, she is 2 inches taller than her sister. Here 2 inches. This indicates the quantity. So this is quantifier. A few more workers are needed. How many workers? A few. This is a quantifier. It indicates the quantity. Then technique number 12. If you find modify with an article in the parentheses, then use any of the suitable articles shown in the parentheses or bracket. That means the most common article A and D. Okay. For example, today we need to write an assignment. Here, and this is the article. So if you find modify with an article, then use just any of the article A and D. Technique number 13. If you find modify with the possessive in the parenthesis, then use any of the suitable possessive case. Okay, and the possessive case are shown in the bracket. You know what are the possessives. Okay, in first person my, mine, second person you, yours, third person his, her, hers, and in plural number their, theirs, and then its, or an apostrophe with a name. For example, Jenny's pen. Okay, so this is my pen here. My, this is a possessive. Okay, now technique number 14. If you find